The Southampton Operatic Society about to reproduce a classic 50s Broadway musical, and it's called The Pyjama Game. It's a romantic comedy set in a pyjama factory embroiled in strike action. And to give us a flavour of what's to come, we have two of the cast joining us now. Right, Neil and Susie, thank you so much for joining us. So starting with you, Neil, what is this play about?
It is about a group of staff that are based in a pyjama factory in America. It's set in the 1950s, and the staff are angling for a pay rise, a 7.5-cent pay rise. So there's a bit of unrest and they're about to go on strike, but the boss won't allow the pay rise. So he brings in this new superintendent to keep the staff in check, and that's the character that I play. But before too long, love blossoms between this young man and this young lady here. And
this is Babe.
It is, yes. And it becomes a romantic tale of their relationship and the struggles that they have to go through.
But do they get the money? This is what I want to know.
Well, you have to come and see it.
Can't give that away.
You're so interesting. So when is it on and where?
So it's on at the Nuffield in Southampton, the Nuffield Theatre in Southampton, from the 21st to the 24th of June. So you can get tickets via websites and all sorts of things.
But
so, yeah.
what is interesting, though, is this is a musical, but you're actually Southampton Operatic Society. Is it going to be done in opera? What are the songs like?
No, it's a classic musical. It was based in the 50s, and it was part of the kind of vintage classical musical era. No opera. However, we come from an operatic society that sometimes does opera, but this time we're rolling out the musicals.
And it's quite a variety of music as well. It's everything from something a bit country and western to sort of rock and roll, ballads, all sorts of fun songs. So.
And this has been covered in a film by somebody else.
The wonderful Doris Day.
Yeah, so the production was written in 1954, and that's when it was first on in Broadway. And then in 1957, a film came out with Doris Day, and I think people that will know of the Pyjama Game will probably know the film more than the stage show, because it's not actually produced very often on stage.
So why did you choose to do this one?
It was chosen by our committee. We have a team at Southampton Operatic Society that choose some wonderful shows for us, and this was one that came up on the list today.
So do you have to be wearing pyjamas all the time? How does that work?
Not all the time, no. Not all the time, thankfully. But all the cast were told very early in the process to go out and buy some pyjamas, because they will be needed at some point.
There have been a few rehearsals where we've turned up in pyjamas just to get in the mood.
Was that difficult to find pyjamas suitable for the 1950s, because they're quite different now?
Some of them aren't too bad. Some characters need things that are a bit more particular. So there are a few couples in the story, and then we look at their relationships, and towards the end they're meant to be wearing matching pyjamas, and so sourcing those...
Is this good or bad?
Oh, it's good. It's all good. It's all good, yeah.
Okay, and sourcing those was a problem, presumably?
Yeah, well, it still
in sizes.
is. Yes,
okay.
It's a work in progress still. We're getting there.
So if anyone's actually got matching pyjamas that could be for 1950s age, then you'd be really interested.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Send them in.
That would be good. Brilliant. And is there any particular scene that you think people should really come along and see, that you would want them to see?
I think there's a couple. There's different types of scenes. So there's one big scene where all the staff in the pyjama factory go out on a picnic, so it's sort of set in the great outdoors. There's a massive song and dance number that goes with that, and it's where our two characters, sort of their relationship moves up a level in the story. So that's quite a significant scene. But then there are some sort of more tender, touching moments. There are some good comedy moments as well. There's some really good comedy characters in this.
So I'm curious though, how does it work? Because you're an actor, and it's just scenes that you're playing, but you're doing quite a romantic thing. How does that work with you as an individual?
I think you just approach it in that you get to know the person you're working with, you understand how each other work, and then you look at the script, you see what's needed of you, and you talk about how you're going to make that work on stage, because we want people to come along and for it to be believable and to get involved in the story emotionally. So we do our best.
You have to work on it. So if you could just remind us then, where is it and when?
So it's at the Nuffield Theatre in Southampton from the 21st of June to the 24th of June.
And it's called The Pyjama Game?
It is, yes.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and I wish you every success.
Thank you.